think I know what this could be. Ooh. S-line DD3. Man, that's awesome. These feel really good. These have slight dome to them, just a little bit, so these things bomb. I was really excited when I got my hands on this DD3. It feels amazing. I use the DD3 as my primary distance driver for both backhands and forehands, so I'm always excited to try new variants of the disc. This one is, I would say, is on the flatter side, so maybe it's gonna have a little bit more turn, and I'll be comparing it up against the C-line variant, the recent Cloudbreaker that came out, and the Cloudbreaker 3. So let's go check out and see how it flies.
So starting off, we're gonna be throwing these discs kind of at my default angle, a little bit of hyzer, not too hard here. You can see the Cloudbreaker 3 holding that hyzer line quite nicely. The Cloudbreaker, just very similar here, maybe flips up a little bit more in the middle section of the flight versus the C-line that you can see doesn't flip up as much and just wants to get to the ground a little faster there. And here's the new S-line. You can see just how much different the flight is here. It just straightens out and really wants to glide forward. Next, throwing these discs on flat to a little bit of anhyzer line high. The Cloudbreaker will hold for about 50% of the flight there before fading out. The normal Cloudbreaker is going to hold that angle for much longer, but it's still kind of going to give us that fade at the end. Big shot. And then the new S-line, you can see just how long it held the anhyzer for and really pushing forward. This disc has a lot of glide and really wants to go far when thrown correctly. The C-line, however, is going to hold a little bit of turn, but it's going to have more right to left movement at the end. Last, we're throwing these discs flat again, a little bit of hyzer, but a little harder this time. You can see the Cloudbreaker 3 still giving us some turn, but it has that reliable finish at the end. The C-line threw it a little lower, but you can just see the resistance to the turn there. Just a nice straight flight with that reliable finish at the end. The Cloudbreaker also thrown on that similar low line. You can just see how much more turn it has. And the S-line got raised a little here, but you can just see in the middle of the flight, still has that same amount of turn and really just kind of finishing straight. Moving to some on the course shots, that S-line DD3 really can be used to throw some big shots. You can see it loves to travel from left to right in that midsection of the flight. Personally, I'm really going to enjoy using this disc for some forehands because of its stability. It's nice and easy to throw. And I just love throwing this disc on the backhand. 450 plus, you can see, easy to navigate, easy to control. I think a lot of people are going to like this disc because of the stability and how it resembles the old Line DD3s. Again, on the forehand, even thrown on an anhyzer, it just holds that line and is able to have a stable finish. And here, throwing over the reeds, you can see trust to get some turn on it and a nice hard finish at the end.
I was fairly surprised to see at how much turn that this disc had. It really reminded me of maybe the recent Cloudbreaker release or even the old Line DD3s that so many people really loved. So the slower to maybe mid-arm speed, it's going to be a more usable DD3 because they're going to be able to see some turn out of the disc. And for some faster arm speeds, it's really going to be more of a turnover, long range
DD3. Personally, this is going to go right in the bag, and I'm really excited to use this DD3 for forehands because of its stability. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on all of Discmania social medias, and I'll see you guys on the next one.